Hey everyone, welcome back to another training. So about a month ago, I made a training in regards to how to track your numbers in your marketing funnel to ensure that you are being as efficient as possible. So what is your cost per lead? What is your cost per booking? What is your cost per consultation? What is your cost per acquisition? On that training, I went through the importance of tracking these numbers and how to track them. This training is going to be more around, well, if the numbers aren't where you'd like them to be, what things would you change? So what would you change to get a better cost per lead? What would you change to get more bookings? What would you change to improve your show rate? What would you change to improve your close rate? How could you sell better to collect more cash over the phone? How could you increase the price of your program by getting better at sales? So a quick recap. So this funnel tracker is an amazing tool for you to use if you are running paid marketing and you are trying to do an inbound booking funnel. So lead clicks on Facebook ad. Wait, there's one more step. They either book in a phone call or they book in a consultation. Now, quite often, Fit Pros will say Facebook ads don't work, but that's just not true. More often than not, a certain part of your funnel isn't working where this tracker is amazing. So quick recap. So for example, let's say you're running ads the last 7 days and you spent $200 on ads. You would add your ad spend up the top there. Let's say for that, you got 25 leads, $8 per lead. Off those 25 leads, let's say that you had 11 people book in. Fantastic. Let's say that you had 3 no-show, you had 1 fail, and you had 7 people sign up. Now you were charging $200 for your 28-day challenge, so you collected $1,000 and you generated $1,400 in revenue. So just to recap, $200 on ad spend, 25 leads. I shoots out your cost per lead at $8. This is conditionally formatted to go green if the numbers are within KPI. Now from here, 11 people out of those 25 booked in. 3 out of those 11 no-showed, meaning that you had 8 phone calls in total. You closed well. 1 person was a sale fail. You closed the other 7. Now out of those 7, 5 of those people paid $200 up front, and 2 of those people paid weekly, but their first payment was delayed. So cash collected is the amount you collect over the phone. Total revenue is the amount you're still going to collect. Now down below here, it gives you your numbers. So 44% of your leads booked in, 87.5% showed up. You closed 87%. Lead to sale percentage means that you closed 28% of all leads. Your booking to sale was 63%. So if 100 people booked in, you closed 63 of them. You have new clients, 7 new clients, and your ROI on the ad spend was 7, meaning that if you put $1 into Facebook, you would get $7 back, a trade you would make every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So I'll do one more week to run through another example. Let's say that you spent $350 on ads. Let's say that you generated 30 leads. From here, out of those 30, let's say that 15 booked in. Out of those 15, say 5 no-showed, you had 3 fails and you had 7 sales. Out of those 7 sales, you collected $600 and you have $1,400 in total revenue. Again, 50% of your leads booked in, 70% showed up, 70% you closed. Your lead to sale was 23%, booking to sale was 46.67%, cost per booking, cost per call, cost per sale. So this really gives you every single number you need to know in regards to how your marketing is going. And this sheet is designed for someone who wants to spend more money on ads and wants to have more confidence on ads. So I worked with a company called Fit Tribe last year. They're an amazing business. I believe multi-7 figures now. So they're a bunch of legends, Jake, Jade and Paige. And we worked together for 3 months. And if I'm being honest, I didn't really do much for them. They were already doing an amazing job. But what me and Jake did was we honed in on this sheet. We honed in on this number. And every week we would meet and it was like, hey Jake, you got to spend more money. 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 Because I get it. If you're spending $300-400 a day and you don't see a return that day, it can definitely feel like you're gambling. So the only thing I did with Fit Tribe was honestly a little bit of sales training here and there, but more than often it was just me and Jake catching up once a week, going through his funnel tracker and me encouraging him to spend more money. Now, if you want to get really, really advanced, you would do a funnel tracker per campaign or per product. So Fit Tribe, they have two niches, niches and teachers, sorry. We track this per niche. Now, let's say that you're using this funnel, and let's say that you are spending $400 a week on ads, okay? Let's say that you're getting, let's go 15 leads. You're having, say 4 people book in, you're having 2 no-shows, you're having 1 fail, and you're having 1 sale. That 1 sale for $200, let's say you collected all that cash. So what this means here is that 26% of your leads booked in. It means that 50% showed up, 50% closed. The lead to sale was only 6% of leads that you closed. Your booking to sale was 25%, so you had 4 bookings, you closed 1. Your new clients was 1, and your ROI was 0.50, which is what you don't really want. So what that means is you've spent that money on ads and you haven't made that money back. So let's say that that is your example, and you want to say, well, okay, Jayme, well, that's all good and well, these numbers are great to know, but how would I improve my costs per lead? Now, this one's simple. It always comes back to the actual offer itself. People will not give you their name, their phone number, and their email if you don't have anything of value to offer them. So for this example, you would look at the ad itself. So quite often when I speak to gym owners, I'll share my screen, I'll bring up Facebook ads library, I'll bring up their ads in front of them, and I'll give them advice on their ads. Just one yesterday, the ads were the furthest thing from being compelling, and the cost per lead was astronomical. So some offers that we really like: 28 days and 6-week timeframes, beginner challenge, beginner boxing, transformation, kickstart, fit and strong, new year, new me, fit over 40, fit over 50, fundamentals program, beginner anything works really well. So the actual offer itself. So assuming that you're going to use one of our highest converting offers of all time, a 6-week beginner fitness challenge, converts really well, love the word beginner. Let's say that you have that offer and you know that offer converts because you're working with someone like myself or someone else who has tested that offer and has proven across multiple accounts, multiple states over a long period of time. If the offer is good and you're not getting the leads, well, then you would look at the actual ad creative itself. So the first thing you look at is the image or video that you're running. That is going to have the biggest impact on your cost per lead. So far too often I come across gym owners and they're running images of jacked, shredded people in their program. It looks super scary, super intimidating, super daunting for that new person to come in. So you would look at your image. Now from there, if you change your image to a more friendly image and have some graphics over the image and make that image more compelling, if the cost per lead is still too high, you would then look at the headline, and then from there you would then look at the copy. So what's above the ad? But 9 times out of 10, the ad results will be produced by the actual image itself or the video itself. A lot of leads these days actually come through reels and stories, so people will click learn more even before they read the copy. One of the big things I want to put on this is if you are struggling to get a good cost per lead and your call to action is apply now or sign up, you change it to learn more, you will get a better result. People may have seen you for the first time on Facebook. They do not want to sign up. They think clicking sign up on that lead form, they're going to be entering their card details. All right, so always use learn more. They're just learning more about the 6-week challenge. It makes perfect sense. Okay, now let's say that you have got 20 leads. So you've improved this and you've now got 25 leads. That brings the lead cost down to $16. Now let's say you're only having 4 people book in, which is really low. We'd really want about 10 to 12. But let's say it's 4. How would you improve your booking rate? Now what I want you to do is think about the customer journey. They've come across you on social media, they've clicked learn more, they've given you their details, but they haven't taken the next step, whether that is to book in a phone call or it's to book in a consultation in person, or they're not picking up the phone. One of those 3 outcomes. Now, the story that I always tell, one of the first ever clients we worked with was an absolute legend. He ran a mixed martial arts gym, super successful, started running ads, super successful organically, started to run ads, and we got him an enormous amount of leads, but his booking rate was some of the lowest I've ever seen. And then I went to his Facebook page, I went to his Instagram page, and the first thing I saw was a picture of him and his friend in a balaclava. Now, it was a joke, it was meant to be funny, but I want you to think about your social media, your Facebook page and your Instagram page. They are the first things that people are going to click on after giving you their name, their phone number and email. The best example I can give you is look at your Instagram page, look at the 3 pinned posts at the top. What are the 3 things that you want a lead to see instantly if they opt in for your program? And I would optimize those 3 pinned posts. So, good example, go to our Fitness Business Consulting Instagram page. I've got a testimonial mashup. I've got 2 clients that we've sold over 100 clients into their gym. So for my customers that opt in on Fitness Business Consulting, they click on the ad, they probably think done for you everything, $0 retainer commission only. That sounds like fucking bullshit. Then they go to the Instagram page and think, fuck, like they've got all these testimonials, all these results. They consistently post. We've got a YouTube channel, there's 600 videos on there. So look at your Instagram, look at your Facebook as a way to build trust after a lead opts in. So believe it or not, your social media isn't actually for your members. It is for new people that want to join your program. If you want to make in-jokes and really go in on your members, have a separate Facebook group for that. The members will see that also, and you'll get a lot more engagement in there anyway. So number 1, if you've got a low booking rate, look at your social media, look at your website, look at your Google My Business. The biggest thing that's going to impact your booking rate is the best ability is availability. So where Done For You started all the way 18 months ago, we worked with a gym owner. I've shared this story many times, but I really wanted to sink in. We were running his ads, we had Go High Level in the backgrounds, we pretty much built our Done For You system for him. Ton of leads came through, and he had 1 person booking out of like 20, 30, 40 leads. So his booking rate was like 2%. We get around 35 to 40% across all accounts, across multiple countries, across modalities. He only had 1 time slot where people could book in. It was Monday at 7:30 a.m. and that time slot was taken. So what I mean by that is if someone opts in for your ad at 2 p.m, ideally they can book a time with you in the next 24 hours, and you've got time available in the afternoon, morning, and lunchtime, and the more time, the better. You want to have as many options as possible for someone to book in a time with you over the next 48 hours. So one of our superpowers, one of our secret weapons for Done For You Everything is we have a sales team, a large sales team, and they have availability every 10 minutes from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We have literally thousands of examples of lead ops in at 10 a.m. for a lunchtime call at 12:30. We sell them, they're in the gym the next day. So you have to compress that time between by the time they become a lead and having a really flexible calendar for someone to book into. Now that's where sometimes you get into a bit of a rock and a hard place, where you're in the gym, you're busy wearing all the hats, which is literally why we started our Done For You service. Now the other thing would be, if you're getting a really low booking rate and you haven't got availability in your calendar, you have to at least have the automation that goes out instantly. They opt in, text message goes out, hi, contact first name, it's Jayme from XYZ Gym. Thanks for registering your interest in our promotional offer. The next step is to book in a 10-minute call. Does morning or afternoon work best for you? That is the minimum that you need if you are really busy, because at least that person gets that message. They're more likely going to reply, this afternoon please. You can try and coordinate a time with them if you are busy before the sessions or after sessions. And more importantly, if you call that person, they're going to have a text message from you. So if someone calls me and I don't know their number, the first thing I do is click message to see if that person has messaged me before. If they haven't messaged me before, the likelihood of me picking up is incredibly low. So again, social media pages, Ping's Instagram profile, website, Google My Business, availability in the calendar is the number 1 thing, and at least a text message or automation to go to that lead the second they opt in if you can't help them. Now, the next one would be no-shows. How would you improve your no-show rate? Now, we have more data than anyone in Australia. And I mean that. Like, we have over 100 accounts, so much ad spend, so many bookings, states, modalities, everything. The number one way to improve your show up rate, again, is to have availability in the calendar, because you want someone to book at a convenient time for them. So if someone becomes a lead for your business and they can only book in Thursday at 4 p.m., they may take that time because it's the only option, and they just book it with no intention of ever showing up or hoping they can squeeze it in between finishing work and dropping their kids at sport. So again, availability is the number one thing to improve your show rate. Now, what we do is we have a thing called a transfer of trust page or a thank you page. So someone books in a phone call or consultation, it redirects them to a thank you page. It's a video saying, hey, it's Jayme from XYZ Gym. Thanks for booking a call. Myself or my teammate will contact you at our chosen appointment time. Below this video is more information about our program and what it includes, as well as some bonuses that's included in your challenge and some frequently asked questions. So by the time the phone call comes around, we're just having a friendly chat about your goals and seeing if we are a good fit. That is how you improve your show up rate. A really good thank you page or transfer of trust page, and having availability in the calendar to ensure people can book in at a time that suits them. Now, from there, the next thing we want to do is, in regards to the show up sequence, is once someone schedules a consultation, they can also get an automated message. Hi, contact that first name. Thanks for scheduling an appointment time at this time. Below this message is a link to go to our thank you page. So when we confirm our appointments, what we want to do is we want to send text messages that redirects them to helpful information. So we constantly send them back to that thank you page to watch that video. We also pull segments from that thank you page, the video itself, what your challenge includes. We've also got the bonuses and the FAQs. And we'll send about 4 confirmation messages, your calls in 10 hours, your calls in 7 hours, your calls in 4 hours. But as opposed to just annoying them, we send them different sections of the thank you page. Now, this was Bryce's idea, one of our sales reps. So what we actually do now is, leading up to the consultation, we send a text 2 hours before, hey, just so you know, I created this nutrition recipe for one of our clients. I thought you might be able to use it. Here it is. So we're giving them value even before the phone call. Now, the last confirmation message is probably the most important. And people have an idea that it's automated, but there's still a percentage of people that still think it's manual because of the way that we write messages. So the last message we send someone is, hi, contact first name. It's 83 minutes before. Hi, contact first name. It's Jayme from XYZ Gym. Myself or my teammate will contact you around this time. I've got a few other appointments. So again, I am the authority. I am busy. I'm going to squeeze you in at that time that you booked. And 83 minutes before, as opposed to 30 minutes or 1 hour or 90 minutes, it's more likely that the person will think that that text isn't automated. Now, how do you improve your close rate? Now, this is simple. You need to have a script. So I've given away our script. I'll put it in the link below. If you aren't following a script, if you aren't following a framework, then you aren't going to be consistent with your sales. So far too often I talk to fit pros that, oh yeah, the leads are shit, leads are poor quality, no one's got money, cost of living, school holidays, XYZ thing. And the call goes like, hi, my name's Jayme from X Gym, 6-week challenge, do you want to do it? When our phone calls take around 10 to 15 to sometimes 20 minutes, depending on the lead itself. I've got live call recordings on YouTube of me reviewing calls of my sales team selling. There's even a few clips of me selling fitness back in the day. But if you aren't using a script, you aren't going to have a consistent, repeatable process to close as many consultations as possible. It's not the leads, it is your process. One thing I want to cover is, a lot of marketing agencies always talk about, we'll get you qualified leads, the quality of leading is improved. If you are in a local audience and you have to work with people within like a 5-kilometer radius, I almost don't believe in lead quality. I believe in getting as many leads as possible that could literally be a member of your gym, and then the sales process itself will improve the quality by having availability in the calendar, by having great automations, by calling the leads in the first 5 minutes, by calling them 10 times in the first 3 days, by working on your sales process, by working on your script, by sending them valuable information before the call, by having a great Instagram, by having a great Google My Business, by having a great Facebook page. That is what determines lead quality. They click learn more for more information, and then you have to give them the information and show them what you're all about. So rarely, and I mean rarely, is it actually a lead quality issue. If they're living out of the area, maybe your targeting set up wrong. If you're getting people over the age of 65, then change the setting to 64 and under. If you want to work with a lower demographic, change the age to the lower demographic. But the ad itself very rarely determines lead quality. We have tried everything. So a lot of these agencies talk about lead quality, but the truth is they don't have a fucking clue what's actually quality, because they are not the ones that are following up the leads. They are not the ones selling the leads. There is no one in Australia that cares more about lead quality than me, because we get paid on commission only, and we have to ensure that we're getting sales for our clients. So I'm telling you, from thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of sales, from thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of bookings and phone calls and texts and thousands and 10,000s and 10,000s of leads, you want to drive your lead cost as low as possible, and then you want your sales process in place to actually then improve the quality. We have tried putting really high-end images and professional videos. We have tried putting qualifying questions in the lead form. For example, do you live or work within 10 minutes of the area? Are you willing to start in the next 7 days? What is your goal? No matter how much you try and qualify the lead on the front end, dog shit is still getting through. So open up the floodgates, let it all through, and then your sales process can determine the lead quality. So just to recap, if you're struggling with leads, number one, it is your offer. Number two, I would look at the creative that you're using. If people aren't booking in, number one is the availability, number two is your social media, number three would be your website, number four would be your Google My Business. So make sure they look appropriate for the person that's just opted in for the ad. So if you're running a 6-week beginner challenge, you probably wouldn't put a video of someone deadlifting half a ton. Now from there, to improve the show rate, again, have availability in the calendar, confirm your appointments. You can even confirm via a manual phone call, but we find text and email is appropriate. Send them something valuable before the call. And to improve the close rate, you have to get reps, you have to practice, you have to get better, you have to have a script. So we give away all this shit for free. The exact process that we run for our done for you clients. Last week, sold 11 people into a Pilates studio. The customer acquisition cost was like $5. We give you all of that for you to try and implement on your own. If you have the availability and you have the time to dedicate, then I'd love you to just give this tracker a crack, to look at your metrics and to work out, well, ads do work. They just don't work at the moment, because maybe all that you're missing is you've just got a really low booking rate. And then to fix that, you would follow the steps outlined previously. So guys, I hope that training helps. And the reason why I'm so passionate about data and numbers and just ads in general is because it's truly, truly changed my life. And the more you understand the numbers, the more you understand the data, the more money you can spend on ads, the more leads you're going to get, the more bookings, the more sales you get, the more referrals you get. And it just creates this flywheel of momentum. And if you look at your data over a long enough period, maybe you have a bad week, maybe you have a bad fortnight, maybe Black Friday isn't as good as people think. But if you track it overall, it will tell you down here how much you've spent. So for example, total ad spend was $9.50, leads 80, 27 bookings, 15 sales, cost per lead, cost per booking, cost per call, cost per sale, and your ROI overall is there. So you should keep on spending that money. So guys, have a lovely day. If you find value from this video, please like, please subscribe, and if you could, share it with another fitness professional. I hope this stuff helps. Thanks.